everybody. We're ready for our next math day. We are going to be on day 5, week 1. And today there are 3 little sections that we're going to look at together. And this first part is actually kind of funny because I feel like this would 100% happen in our class. But let's go ahead and let's read it together. One day last spring, Miss Brown asked her 3rd graders to clean out their desks. She couldn't believe how many pencils most of the kids pulled out. So that's where all my pencils have been, she thought. Miss Brown decided to take a survey to find out how many pencils had been hiding in the kids' desks. The table shows the survey results. Record the data on the line plot below. So this is actually one of our Eureka math lessons, or one of our sections that we would have been doing if we were together. That's why it's so important you guys get on Zearn, because this is exactly what you're doing on Zearn if you're staying up to date on it. You're creating a line plot or a graph. So here's how we do this. We look at what this graph is showing us, number of pencils, this chart. So 1 pencil, number of students. There were 2 students who had 1 pencil. You get that? There were 7 students who had 2 pencils. So here's how we do this survey chart, because you might have done this in 2nd grade, but we have not done this in class. So here is called a line plot. The number of pencils is on the bottom, so 0 pencils, 1, 2, all the way to 13. The max apparently is 13. You need to put an X or a dot for each kid that lost that many pencils. So how many students lost 1 pencil? So here's 1 pencil. There were 2 students. So we're going to make 2 X's if I can. 1, 2. There were 2 students who lost 1 pencil. Do you get that? The X's stand for students. There were 2 students who lost 1 pencil. Now, there were 7 students who lost 2 pencils. So now we have 7 students who lost 2 pencils. So I got to make 7 X's. 1, that's not a very long one. 2, 3, 4, you know what I could have done? 5, I just realized. 6, I could make this look a lot nicer. I'll do it for my next one. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 students who lost 2 pencils. Okay, check. All right, we got 3 pencils. How many students? 8. Now I just figured out a way that Mrs. Bush is figuring things out. There are 8. I'm going to just do X's like this. What do you guys, oh wait, thought I had it figured out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now check this out. How much nicer is this? See, Mrs. Bush is figuring things out too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Guys, I cleaned it up a little bit for you so it looks a lot better. Okay, so let me make sure. We have 8 kids who had 3 pencils, 7 kids who had 2 pencils, and 1 kiddo who only had, or 2 students who only had 1 pencil. So the X's stand for students. Let's go ahead and let's do another one. So 5 students had 4 pencils. So I got to go to the number 4, and I got to put 5 X's. This is exactly what you're doing on Zearn. So if you haven't done this yet, I would really encourage you to get on Zearn and try it out, because you're going to be creating graphs. This is what we would have been doing in class. Do you see how there's 5 X's, which stands for students who needed 4 pencils? Now, if you notice, something weird happens. We skipped the number 5. There's nothing there. And we skipped the number 6. So we just leave them blank. That means 0 students had 5 pencils, 0 students had 6 pencils. But how many kids had 7 pencils? 3. 3 kids had 7 pencils. So whenever that happens, you just leave it blank. There's a gap, which tells you nothing. There's nothing there. So I went ahead and I did I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or I didn't, there wasn't 5 or 6 or 7. You need to finish doing 8 pencils, 10 pencils, and 12 pencils. Okay, record the data on the line. So I want you to finish those 3. All right, we're going to move on to our story problem. So in this story problem, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, a little too far for this problem. The 3rd and 4th graders at Fernwood School are going on a field trip. They will fill 3 school buses. Each bus holds 52 passengers. 52 passengers, and how many buses? 3 school buses, right? How many people will be going on the field trip? The total. Show your work. So I want you guys to think through this story problem, right? So we have 3 buses. So your strategy right now, are you going to draw a picture? Are you going to make 3 buses? Each bus has 52 passengers. So 52 in this bus, 52 in this bus, 52 in this bus. What's the total? So you need to tell me the total and show your work. There's not a ton of work here. You might have some more on the side right here, or you always have your notebook. But think about those 3 school buses. One bus has 52. Another bus has another 52 and another 52. You need to find the total. So a good way that you can think about it is you can put 52 on this bus plus how much more? Plus how much more? I want you guys to do the total on your own and send me a picture when you think you found it, okay? And the very last part for Friday today is one of my absolute favorites because this is all about understanding numbers and number sense and problem solving. So I'm really seeing what you can do in terms of your number sense. So what I've done is you want to fill in the missing number to make 1,000. Now, something we've talked about in class a lot is we're always trying to find ways to make 10 or make 100 or make 1,000. So if you notice, every one of these answers has to equal 1,000. So when I think about thousands, I think about hundreds because how many hundreds are in 1,000? There's 10 of them. So I'm going to actually look at my tens place here, and if you see in the number 480, there are 80 tens. How many more tens do I need to get to 100? Let's just count by tens. 80, 90, 100. I need 20 more ones, or I need 2 more tens. 80 plus 20 is 100. Now I'm not done though, because look, I have 400 plus now another 100, because 80 plus 20 is 100. Do you see how I'm connecting those two? 400 plus 100 is 500, plus how many more hundreds get you to 1,000? So I'm at 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. I need 500s more. So that is my answer. 520 plus 480 equals 1,000. Now, my friends, I am connecting this by looking at my groups of 100 or looking at your how do you make 10. Making 10 is one of the easiest strategies when you solve these harder problems. So let's look at this one. 10 plus how many more gets you to 100? So I should know 1 plus 9 is 10. So 10 plus 90. 90, oh, that was a crazy 90. Let me rewrite that. 10 plus 90 equals 100. So now I'm at 100 right here. Wait a minute. I'm at 100 plus 2 more hundreds, because there's my hundreds place. So how much is that? 100 plus 200. That's 300. Now we're at 300. How do we get to 1,000? 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. We need 7 more hundreds. So 210 plus 790 equals 1,000. Do you see, I'm trying to connect these for you guys, how I'm always looking for my groups of 100. In fact, I'm just going to go right here and let's write these groups out so that we can just do them quickly. I know 10, or I'll just do 1. It could be 1 plus 9 or 10. We'll do the like that, 10 plus 9. 10 plus 90 is 100. 20 plus 80 is 100. 30 plus 70 is 100. 40 plus 60 is 100. 50 plus 50 is 100. And then it goes the opposite way. Let me move this down. Then I go back to 60 plus 40 is 100. 70 plus 30 is 100. 80 plus 20 is 100. And 90 plus 10 is 100. So do you see how they're connected? So let's look at this. 40 plus what? 40 and 60. So it's got to be 40 and 60. So there's my 100, but I can't be done with that. Do not think that that's all you do. I'm trying to get this to move over. Come on. There we go. Okay. 40 plus 60 is 100. See how these connect? So there's 800. There's 800 plus 900 plus how much more? 100. It's got to be 100. 160. 160 plus 840 equals 1,000. These always connect to 100. Always, always, always. So let's try this one, okay? 70 plus how much equals 100? Well, look, 70 plus 30. So we know we need 30 more. So there's my 100. 70 and 30 is 100. So now we have 600. I wish I could highlight this. I think I can, so it can really glow for you guys. Maybe not. Nope. 600 plus 100 equals 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 3. So 330 plus 670 equals 1,000, just like that. So you can see that right there. All right, let's do another one. I'm looking at my 20. 20 plus what gets you 100? 80. Found it. And then 80 plus 20 equals 100 plus 700. So 700 plus 100 is 800. 900, 1,000. I needed 2. All right, guys, I want you to try to do the rest of these on your own. I'll underline the 60 plus something, 70 plus something, oh, and 500 plus what? This should be a double whammy for you right away. If you have a different strategy, you can always do that. You could always take 1,000 minus 840 and it would get you this. What you are seeing right now, boys and girls, is you are seeing mental math. Mental math is where you're able to make groups of 10 or groups of 100 and know how many more you need. When you were in first and second grade, you learned 9 plus 1 is 10, 2 plus 8 is 10, 3 plus 7 is 10. Just now think about it in terms of 30 plus 70 is 100 because 3 plus 7 is 10. So now if it's 30 plus 7, you just put another 0. This is all about number sense and understanding how numbers work together, okay? So finish these next 3 on your own. You don't forget to do the buses, how many they hold, and also don't forget to finish your line plot. You guys are going to rock this. I hope this helps. You can always rewind me. These math lessons are pretty short and sweet, and I think you guys got it going on. I miss you all. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. I was about to say Monday, but I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Bye.